They didn't just doubt him, they laughed. Not a quiet giggle behind his back. It was a loud, mocking roar every time he walked by. To them, Leo was just the guy who got coffee, the guy with the stupid idea.
3 years later, he didn't just prove them wrong. He owned the building they were standing in. We've all been there. That moment when someone looks you in the eye and tells you that you aren't enough. For Leo, it happened on a rainy Tuesday. He had poured his soul into a proposal. 6 months of sleepless nights, all distilled into 20 pages of pure innovation. His boss didn't even read it. He tossed it into the trash can, right in front of him. "Stick to the spreadsheets, Leo," he said. "Leave the big thinking to the people with the degrees." The room erupted in laughter. Leo felt his face burn. His hands shook. But in that moment, something shifted. The hurt didn't stay hurt. It turned into a cold, hard diamond of resolve. He quit that day. No backup plan, no safety net. Just a laptop and a tiny apartment that smelled like damp carpet. Success looks glamorous in the movies, but in reality, it's lonely. It's eating ramen for the 4th time this week. It's watching your friends go out on Friday nights while you're debugging code at 3 a.m. There were days he wanted to crawl back, days he thought maybe they were right. But every time he felt like quitting, he remembered that laugh. He played it back in his head like a symphony. He didn't want to just survive, he wanted to win. 6 months in, nothing. 12 months, a flicker of hope, a small client, then another. Then the breakthrough happened. The stupid idea wasn't stupid. It was a decade ahead of its time. The industry started to notice. The spreadsheet guy was suddenly the man everyone wanted to talk to. He worked until his eyes bled. He built a team. He built an empire. Then came the day. His old firm was filing for bankruptcy. Their safe methods had failed. They needed a buyout to survive. Leo sat at the head of the mahogany conference table. He watched his old boss walk in. The man looked older, grayer, and terrified. The room was silent. The boss started his pitch. He talked about synergy and legacy. He didn't recognize Leo at first, not until Leo leaned forward, into the light. "Is this the part where I tell you to stick to the spreadsheets?" Leo asked quietly. The air left the room. You could hear a pin drop. The boss turned pale. He remembered the trash can. He remembered the laughter. Leo didn't yell. He didn't gloat. He didn't need to. He simply pushed the contract across the table. He bought the company for pennies on the dollar. He kept the staff, but he fired the man who laughed. People think revenge is about hurting others, but the best kind? It's about outgrowing them. Leo realized that his old boss wasn't the villain of his story. He was the fuel. Without that humiliation, Leo would still be sitting in that cubicle wondering what if. The most powerful way to silence a critic is to build a life so big they become a footnote in your biography. Success is the quiet revenge that proves them wrong without saying a word. Enjoyed the story? Subscribe to Story Pulse and stay tuned for the next powerful chapter.